Hey, this is Michael J. with This Old Car. You know, as teenagers back in the 70s prepared for the pinnacle of high school social events, in this case it was prom night, their choice of transportation, well, it was as important as their choice of attire. Some drove newer models and some, well, whatever the family could afford. And that was okay. We scanned the internet, joined several Facebook groups, and asked, what car did you take to the prom in the 1970s? And here are the top 15 cars that made heads turn at the prom in the 1970s.
In 1976 hill climb tests, a Ford Pinto pony beat a Toyota Corolla and a Datsun B210.
That same kind of excellent performance is built into the 77 Ford Pinto.
Coming in at number 15, the Ford Pinto. Hey, if the only choice you had was a Ford Pinto, I'd have washed it and, well, used it. Please, no pictures in front of the car. Despite its controversial safety record, the Ford Pinto wasn't the most popular choice for prom night, but it got the job done.
The 72 Ford Galaxie 500. Quiet plus durability. A car built to hold its value. And to be quiet, year after year.
Next on the list, the Ford Galaxie. While the Galaxie may not have been as flashy as some of its muscle car counterparts, its refined design for the time made it a timeless classic and perfect for prom night.
You know, I really like what they've done to this Eldorado for 1974. The new instrument panel, for one thing. I like the way it looks and the way it organizes things. But for me...
At number 13, the Cadillac Eldorado. Picking up your date in an Eldorado was tops in the 1970s. 27 of you in our survey took a Cadillac Eldorado to prom. You know, the Cadillac Eldorado for the 70s was a sight to behold, with its sleek lines, bold grille, and unmistakable Cadillac emblem serving as a symbol of prestige and power. Heck, forget the prom. If I had a Cadillac Eldorado in the 70s, I would have cruised all night long and, well, let's just say found a quiet space. At number 12, the Buick LaSabre. Buick LaSabre holds a special place in the hearts of many, and taking one to the prom of the 1970s was a choice of both style and, well, let's face it, practicality. It garnered 29 in our survey.
The girls are working out for the game of the year and waiting on the car that was bringing the gear. Plymouth Duster, 74.
At number 11, the Plymouth Duster. The Duster was an icon of the 1970s and was a budget-friendly choice for prom night adventures. With its quirky, sporty design, the Duster captured the essence of youthful exuberance and, well, semi-excitement. 33 of you in our survey took a Duster to prom in the 1970s.
Hi. Want to see something great? Meet the 74 Malibu Classic. It's the really something new Chevelle model by Chevrolet. It looks classic and feels nice. Comfortable.
At number 10, the Chevrolet Malibu. Whether cruising through town or pulling up to the prom, the Malibu's smooth ride and reliable handling ensured a memorable journey. With its timeless appeal and versatile features, the Chevy Malibu was more than just a car. It was a symbol of, well, it was a Malibu. You know, I owned a Malibu. It was a 73 Malibu that I purchased back in '83. Loved the way it drove. It was a baby blue 4-door Malibu. Nice car, but I ended up trading it in for a Firebird.
Chevrolet Impala for 72. For the past 12 years, Impala has been the way more people have seen the USA. Because with Impala, you don't leave the comforts of home.
At number 9, the Chevy Impala. 44 in our survey took an Impala to the prom in the 1970s. Yeah, it was a family car, but almost everyone had one back in the day. The redesigned body would be the largest car ever offered by Chevrolet.
Isn't this disgusting? Why doesn't anybody contact the president? Why is he letting this happen to us?
The 1970s also marked the impact of the 1973 energy crisis, with gasoline prices doubling from 73 through 1979. A Ford Pinto doesn't sound too bad after all.
Monte Carlo by Chevrolet. Certainly its elegant styling has much to do with its success, but there's a reason for Monte Carlo's popularity that has to do with elegance of another kind.
At number 8, the Chevy Monte Carlo. 53 in our survey took a Chevrolet Monte Carlo to prom. What a ride the Monte Carlo had. You know, the 70s cars like the Monte Carlo and the Grand Prix, they were just so smooth.
Take the famous cut, the Supreme. It looks so fine, it rides like a dream. Beauty and practicality. The most popular Cutlass in history.
At number 7, the Oldsmobile Cutlass. Introduced as the third and fourth generation, the Oldsmobile Cutlass was available in 7 body styles. Hey, which one was your favorite? Let us know. Leave your comments below. You know, it really wasn't a bad car to take to the prom in the 1970s, and driving this to the prom in the 1970s was, well, it was okay. 56 of you chose the Olds Cutlass in our survey.
The styling is timeless. The ride, smooth and stable. The steering is responsive, with a firm feel of the road. The brakes are...
At number 6, the Grand Prix. Cruising to prom in a Grand Prix, and you were cruising in style. Whether gliding down the highway or pulling up to the prom venue, the Grand Prix was the perfect chariot for prom night.
The 1977 Thunderbird cleared for takeoff.
For 1977, a completely new Thunderbird idea takes wing. A new Thunderbird look.
At number 5, the Ford Thunderbird. Okay, now we're moving up in class. The Thunderbird's smooth ride and effortless grace made every moment of prom night unforgettable. With its timeless appeal and undeniable charm, the Ford Thunderbird was a sure bet for prom night in the 1970s. Hey, you know, my favorite T-Bird was the 1978. What was yours in the 1970s? Leave us your comments below. We want to know.
The beauty of Cordoba. It is here for everyone to see. And it is here for everyone to feel. The responsiveness of Cordoba's...
Hey, we're counting them down. What did you drive to prom in the 1970s? Coming in at number 4, the Chrysler Cordoba. Whether new or used, arriving to prom in a Chrysler Cordoba was the car to drive back in the day. We counted 65 of prom goers who took a Cordoba to the prom in our survey. The Cordoba, with its distinctive design and opulent features, included that rich Corinthian leather, and it captured the essence of class, and it was a popular car back in the late 70s.
A famous European sports car designer compares the 71 Mustang to Europe's great road cars.
Holy smoke! Hey, Cabello, that's European road cars.
No, sir, this is our new Mustang Mark 1, one of 6 completely new models for 71.
At number 3, the Ford Mustang. 69 in our survey took the Ford Mustang to the prom in the 1970s. In the early 70s, Mustang, they basically evolved from speed and power to the growing consumer demand for bigger and heavier, more of the luxury type of design, right? Well, the result was the styling misadventures of the 1971 through 73 Mustang. The Mustang, it grew fat and lazy. Later in the 1970s, and due to the oil crisis, Ford downsized with the Mustang II. Did you drive a Mustang II to the prom? Come on, let us know.
Pontiac's new Firebirds are here, with Firebird Esprit and all its luxury.
Coming in at number 2, the Firebird. 72 of you in our survey took a Firebird to the prom in the 1970s. Coming in at number 1 for the cars you took to prom in the 1970s is the Chevrolet Camaro. Introduced in February of 1970, the second-generation Camaro was produced through 1981, with cosmetic changes made for the 1974 and 78 model years. The car was heavily restyled and became somewhat larger and wider with the new styling. From the Camaro, the Berlinetta, Type LT, RS, or Camaro Z28, well, they were all a sure bet to show up with your date to the prom. What car did you take to your prom? We want to know as well, whether it was the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, 90s. Let us know what car you took and what year you graduated. Leave us your comments below. Hey, I want to thank all the subscribers who helped the channel out. If you are not a subscriber, it's absolutely free. We don't bother you, but you know what? It helps the channel grow. So if you would kindly subscribe to the channel, like, subscribe, and hit the bell for any future notifications. This is Michael J. with This Old Car. We'll catch you later.